5 relatively little acts emotionally intelligent people master. Emotional intelligence remains in the little things. Ever since Daniel Goleman, a psychologist as well as scientific research reporter, composed his publication about psychological intelligence in 1995, the principle has been widely reviewed as well as used in several areas of life, from service through leadership to fundamental human practices in any kind of social configuration. To sum it up in one sentence, emotional intelligence is the capability to make emotions benefit you, instead of versus you. It encompasses the monitoring of your own feelings equally as much as observing, comprehending and taking care of the emotions of others by your very own behavior and actions. The idea gained vast popularity and included another, unique layer to describe cognitive abilities, asserting that intelligence is not the only step of one's attributes in the field of knowledge. When it concerns emotional intelligence, we yap regarding compassion, stability, credibility, the capability to listen, to provide good responses as well as to apologize. It's obscure. Paying attention is a wonderful ability if you are not needed to share your opinion on a sensitive topic. Giving good responses can be amazing if you are not in a scenario where you must simply listen. When they are around you, psychological knowledge is about integrity as well as the expression of your real self in a genuine way that makes others feel more comfy regarding themselves. It's difficult to master and also it's difficult to exercise, but it can be improved, even if you weren't born with it, unlike IQ, which is thought to be a consistent regardless of the lexical knowledge as well as life experience you can amass. So what is it really around? I collected 5 apparently small acts that are one of a kind to psychologically intelligent individuals. You don't allow anybody believe you enjoy them more than you do. Did you ever let them know? Or do you keep them at arm's size even when in some cases their company and presence are a worry for you, believing there might come a time when you will grow fonder of them? Emotionally smart individuals don't deceive others with half promises. They are not terrified of closing individuals out of their lives, fully comprehending that they do not need backup individuals to replace the possible losses. They also do not obtain involved in half situations where the regulations are not explicit as well as clear. Don't let anybody believe you like them more than you do. Do them a favor and also provide an opportunity to find someone that can reciprocate their interest, as well as do yourself a favor to free some time as well as power for those you actually desire. You do not say possibly when you wish to say no. From a very early age, we learn that trivial untruths are for the advantage of others and thus, they are much more practical than damaging. This can be true when not telling the complete fact to a newborn's mum regarding their much from quite infant, or not informing your grandma that you in some cases get drunk yet its usage is restricted. Some people have a tough time saying no, and also they discover that stating perhaps is still giving them options. They can say yes or no later on, they can transform their minds, they can come up with some excuse. If you have high emotional intelligence, you recognize the weight of your words, you understand pledges, options, approval as well as the absence of it. When you have no purpose to keep your word, you understand that no is a complete sentence without further explanation, as well as you do not claim yes or maybe. Say yes to things you wish to say yes to with your entire heart, mind, spirit as well as body. And say no strongly yet kindly to every little thing else that doesn't offer you. You don't shy away from explicitly confessing you were wrong. Apologizing is a wonderful skill. When as well as just how to claim sorry is a strength and never ever a weak point, recognizing. What is even much better is to openly admit if and also when you were incorrect. It goes beyond the power of an apology that can be heartfelt however still vacant. As well as it additionally suggests that you want to do whatever it takes so that the same behavior that triggered damage to the other should never ever happen once more. To be able to do this, you need to be confident and also mentally intelligent enough, knowing that a person blunder is not completion of the world, and also the effort of fixing it can go a long way to err is human, to admit it is close to being the very best human being you can possibly be. You combat the ideal battles as well as you do it in a reasonable means. Nobody stated that you can experience life without disputes, not if you have a mind by yourself and also you are willing to defend on your own even with undesirable point of views. Emotional knowledge does not imply that you can avoid problem largely, since dispute requires a minimum of 2 celebrations as well as you can only manage your very own feelings as well as practices. It does indicate that whenever you are dealing with a problem you know whether to involve in it or to walk away. And if you decide to engage because it is more crucial than to let it go, because it is about standing up for your values or promoting those who do not have a voice, after that you recognize exactly how to combat in a fair means. You will certainly also know that you cannot win every battle, and occasionally the resolution of a conflict is not concerning winning it if you are psychologically intelligent. You don't anticipate any person to review your mind, and you do not claim you can do it either. There is nothing wrong with the globe, it's our assumptions that will wreck our experience. And also, most of the time unmet expectations come from unexpressed needs. It happens to the very best people that we think that someone understands or ought to recognize our demands without claiming anything concerning it. Can be as tiny as expecting our spouse to take the trash out, or privately hoping that our manager will lastly offer us the promotion that we understand we be worthy of, yet the assumption that is unsaid can start to rot inside us if the expected practices does not happen, or does not happen at the time when we desire it. Mentally intelligent individuals don't permit their expectations to develop into anger, and also they don't anticipate others to review their minds. Neither they make believe that they recognize others fully without learning what they require and mean. Do not play Google. Do not think what others would be claiming. Do not anticipate anything from others that you have not clearly claimed, as well as don't anticipate any person to understand completely your top priorities. You can conserve on your own from a great deal of difficulty if, as opposed to mind reading, you boost your communication skills. Giving excellent comments can be fantastic if you are not in a scenario where you need to simply pay attention. Did you ever let them know? Mentally smart individuals don't trick others with half promises. They are not scared of shutting people out from their lives, totally understanding that they do not require backup individuals to replace the prospective losses. Understanding when and how to say sorry is a toughness and also never a weakness.